Welcome to the channel, everyone. So on today's video, we're gonna start closing up this wall, finally making this room look like and feel like a room, especially sound like a room, because when you take down the walls in your room, there's a bit of an echo. So now that echo is gonna go away, the wall's gonna be closed, and we are progressing in this basement. So without further ado, I have a lot of work to do. I'm gonna get straight into this video. There's two ways to measure the location of the box, so you could lay it out on the sheetrock. One of the ways is just when measuring off the edge of the existing sheetrock that is screwed into the wall already. You can measure it from the outside of the box, which in this case it is 2 1/4, or you could measure it to 2 1/2. I like to measure it at 2 1/2 because I like the sheetrock to end right on top of the box. If I'm being honest with you, that is the difficult way of doing it. It looks clean if you do it right. Sometimes you cut the sheetrock too low and it's overlapping here or from below or from the side, and you have to cut it a little bit bigger or cross your knife against it. It looks really clean when it's done right, but if I'm being honest, it's a bit of a headache. But I just wanted to show you guys how I do that, because the way I do it is not very conventional. So yeah. Check out how tight it is around the box. As you can see over here, the sheetrock blew out a little bit. I didn't take off enough sheetrock from the back, so that blew out a little bit, which isn't good, but it is what it is. So let's keep going to this side, and you see how I put the little piece on top. Now I'm gonna put the little piece on the bottom to scatter the joints, and just continue doing that throughout. Let's go. So now check out this box. This box I did right. Nice and around the box. This is a little bit exposed. This is what I was mentioning before. Sometimes you cut it and there's a little bit exposed here, but these 3 corners are good. So this is why I prefer to do it this way. Although the other one that you guys saw was done wrong. But hey, listen, man, I'm no drywaller. I just do what I can. and I'm just glad I'm the one doing it. Don't have to pay someone to do it. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I'd get this done. Now the challenging part is gonna start. And challenging because since we put the sheetrock on the bottom here, we're gonna put a little one on top. And over here, we have an outlet box and 4 pipes. And behind the shower, we have a whole bunch back there where we're gonna be spending a lot of time. But right now, we need to focus on these. Let's get this top piece on and start messing with this lower piece. Really quick, the reason why I put this piece of wood here is because I need an access door for these 2 things, the outlet and the drain for the pump. In the video that I installed this, I explained why I did this. I'll leave a link to it. This corner or this corner, I don't know what corner it is, but I'll leave a link to the video of why I did this and explains it all and breaks it down. When I make this piece of sheetrock to put it here, all I'm gonna do is make a hole around this, and then I'm going to cut the 8x8 hole to put the access door on this. So I have access if I ever get a flood. I don't know if the camera sees me or not, but this was one take. I lined up all those holes perfectly. I'm super happy with myself. This hole lined up, these 3 down here lined up, this one lined up, although this one doesn't really matter because I just need to know where it's at, so when I cut the hole, it's there. But this is pretty awesome, man. I'm very happy. I'm not the best at this, and maybe you professional drywallers that are watching this right now say like, this dude doesn't know what he's doing. And if you say that, you're kind of right. But I'm just happy I'm doing it myself, and it's coming out pretty sweet. It's coming out pretty sweet. Just had to shave the top, but it's pretty sweet. Now that this side is done and looking great, and like I said, it took me only one shot. Now we're gonna move to the more difficult. This time we're gonna be putting the little piece on the bottom because we put the little piece on top, and then building the top. It's a little more complicated because we have the exhaust pipe. I jerry-rigged a bracket here so that when I push this back, it doesn't go all the way in. This is gonna have to be cut off because it sticks out a little too much. I'm gonna take off this insulation because it's, as you can see, it's sticking out beyond the wall. Maybe cut this one too. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to get these outlets through. And as for this, I don't want to mess with any gas, so I'm gonna be cutting this in a triangle to put the sheetrock in, and then I'm gonna install that piece on the other side, and I'll show you how I do that. But yeah, everything is coming out sweet. Just this piece, this side left, and we're done with the drywall on this wall. Let's get it done. All of the sheetrock has been installed. The dryer can be hooked up until the taper comes. I'm very happy with how I cut this sheetrock. And this wall's ready to be taped. I also put this piece that's on the side of the washer and dryer. And that's it. This is officially done. Just need to get taped. I'm gonna use this piece of sheetrock to patch that hole right there. I'm gonna end it with this line right here, so it's not much, so I'll do that off camera. And yeah, I'm really happy right now with all of this, how all of this came out. This wall being closed, now I feel the volume of the room. I have the access door here. I also want to mention something. I installed that box there for two reasons. The first one is to hook up the pump to this drain, so I don't have to use any other outlets like the one up there. I could just hook it up right there, connect the pump, turn on the pump, and perfect. But also, I also installed that because when I install the cabinets as I go up here, I might use this outlet for the under cabinet lighting. And if you guys want to see how I do that, I did another video, and I'll leave it up here in this corner. So I'm gonna be using that outlet for those two things, but that's in a much later future video. But for now, this is done. I'm done with the sheetrock. You feel the volume in the room. When I speak, it just dies off on this sheetrock wall. I'm really happy with how this is coming out. It's a little dark in here because of it. Let me see if I get better light. I got better light. So this wall is officially closed. I feel like the room is being built and we're moving forward. On the next video, what we're gonna be doing is behind me, this shelf is gonna be moved to this side of the wall. So I'm gonna put the washer and dryer back in its place, and right next to it, I'm gonna be putting that shelf system, and we're gonna be demoing this back wall and the rest of the ceiling and start getting this cleaned up and start the concrete for the south level. And you guys know how it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys learned something new. And if you did learn something new, you could show me by giving me a like. If you have any comments or questions, please leave it in the comments down below. And if you're interested in seeing the rest of this project and finishing this basement up, the cabinets, everything that's gonna happen, consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Thanks.